Good evening, everybody. The DrMC welcomes you back here for finals times. I'm going to take a step away from the booth here, but we have two fantastic broadcasters, John Detflin and Savage Octagon. Take it away, folks.
Woo! Thank you so much, Swang. Excellent job commentating. Awesome matches so far.
Absolutely. We have our number 1 seed, OoktheLibrarian, versus our number 2 seed, Betty. And I just want to throw a behind-the-scenes shout-out to OoktheLibrarian right now, who, on top of competing, has been keeping us commentators on track and updated with a little doc of some talking points. So thank you to Ook for doing that, making our jobs a lot easier.
Yeah, he's written us some great notes and giving us a lot of the talking points that we have. So he has told us that this is a surprise to me. I mean, obviously I can look at the stats, but this is the first time that Ook and Betty have met, and they've both been around so long that I'm surprised about this.
Yeah, you'd think by now that, and especially as many as both of these players have been, as often as they've been here, there we go. There are the words that they would have met by now, but surprisingly, they haven't.
Yeah, and both of these players are excellent. They've been around both the silver brackets and the gold brackets quite a bit. Betty has made the last 10 gold brackets, and that's partially why that she's the most improved player of 2022. And she's become a formidable force. And Ook has always been there. He has won this tournament before, the silver. She has not. So it's they're both hungry for it, a repeat and a first time.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be an absolute bloodbath to watch. As we have a reminder, we are in our finals, so it is levels 8 through 11, which is our round 2 up for the gold bracket. So both players are a little bit used to this bracket, and they've both been there before. And it's just going to be exciting to see. You know, we got just two amazing Dr. Mario players. I'm just, and two great people. You know, you couldn't ask for a better finals in our silvers.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love all the other players, but this was the finals that I was hoping for, John. Yeah, this, you know, these are my two boos, and I love to see this. So we have a ready from Betty, and we're gonna get a ready from Ook.
And how fun is that to say, a ready from Betty?
Yes. Oh, I'm so pumped. So pumped.
Let's go. We have our 3, 2, 1, and pills.
So we often talk about players' average times, and I don't necessarily know if that metric really makes a lot of sense here, just because of the number of times that they've seen levels 8 through 11. So according to Ook's awesome notes, he's about 30 seconds ahead of Betty, but since she hasn't had as many times at this, I don't know. I think we're going to see her breaking her average here tonight.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I love having that stat available. Oh, wow, a really nice drop T from Ook there. And it's interesting to see, but, you know, as we saw last week with the averages, it a lot of the times it really means nothing. It's a nice thing to have, but you can't always rely on it.
Yeah, so these two players are neck and neck, but unfortunately, we do not have a timer on Betty. So if the two of them are close on our screen, we will have to retime this. And, you know, that happens, and the motto is always keep playing. Even if you think there's a technical problem, even if your stream potatoes out, you just always keep playing. Now, currently, Ook is a little bit ahead, and his board is a little bit more open. However, he's going to have to contend with quite a bit of yellow.
Yeah, looking at all this yellow on Ook's board, it kind of hurts me to see all this yellow on his board for him right now. But he's doing the best he can, as Betty makes a great drop combo there to clear out some, I believe it was reds on her board. And Ook just doing the best he can with those yellows. There's the horizontal I was waiting for. Just going to need a couple more blues and no more blues now as he clears it out. Just need a couple more yellows, one more yellow and one more red, and he will be out. But Betty, look at this. Look at this drop combo from Betty. Down to just one red virus left. Ook's going to be out, at least on stream first. And Betty going to be right behind him.
Yeah, and a good opening couple of pills for Ook. You know, he had a lot of blue on that top line, and he was able to chop some of it down. So that's good. You know, sometimes it's not even about the board; it's just how the pills come down. Now Betty looks like she's got an issue on her column 7. That blue yellow doesn't seem to be serving a purpose for her.
Yeah, I think maybe she was trying to lay it horizontally to overhang over in her column 8. But as it stands now, she still could clear out the yellow horizontally and be okay. But we're just gonna have to see if she's able to get the pills to fall that way.
She has a nice combo here, a horizontal into a vertical, but she's still dealing with that garbage up on column 7. And it's going to be slow going to get it because she could try to go for that yellow horizontally to take out that garbage and let it fall. But then she's still got some garbage in other places, and chopping down columns, the center columns, is going to make it more difficult to get that out of the way. Now, Sean, look at Ook's board right now.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Speaking of center columns, Ook has no center column, and he's just completely bombarded by these red viruses. Fortunately, so far, Mario's giving him some reds to work with. If I'm Ook, I might have been working on that column 6 a little bit earlier, as he's got a bunch more viruses there that are a little bit buried. So we'll see how this works out for him. Yeah, nice play with the double red there to open up that yellow pill. Or virus, rather.
I agree with you 100%, John, that I would have been tackling that right-hand side just because of how tightly packed it was. But he's chopping it down now as long as he keeps getting the red that he needs. A nice tuck in columns 1 and 2. He just needs a couple more reds. And Betty needs a bunch of blue. So looks like she's going to be working horizontally to get the L, on the right-hand side. And this double blue, awesome for her. So she's just a couple of seconds behind Ook. And we did get a confirmation from D-Dave that she started just about a second behind him. So we're pretty close on our screens too.
Okay, thank you, D-Dave, for checking that out for us. As OoktheLibrarian already setting up for what looks to be possibly a sweet tea on the side. He does get the horizontal, but not the sweet tea, but still a great play by Ook. Really nice foresight. As Betty making some great plays on her own Savage.
Yeah, for sure. I like these plays from her so far. I think in the last game opposite the Dave, she was going for some pretty intense combo work, and she seems to have calmed that down just a little bit. I was a little bit worried about that column 6, but she brings it down, and nice combo here. Not sure what she's going to be doing. I was wondering if she was going for that horizontal with the yellow. It's causing some garbage, so she's got to watch out, but she's bringing this down, and it's really close game, John.
Yeah, it's been just amazing plays from both our players so far. Ook with a nice little drop there. He's got.
I wanted that for the tea. I wanted that for the sweet tea. All right.
He might do it.
He's gonna do it again. Oh, sorry. I really want him to take that sweet tea.
I do too.
Come on, Ook. Third time's the charm.
Come on, Ook, you got it this time. There
yes.
It is. I think he was just maybe, I don't know if he didn't see it or if he was just waiting for the right opportunity, or maybe he's listening to us and is like, thanks guys for telling me it was there. I'm not sure. But either way, he gets the sweet tea.
Yeah, if he listens to that back, he's going to be like, okay, guys, just relax. But Betty out at about a 602, 603. So she's pretty close. And this opening board would love for her to get another blue-yellow to start that and really wipe out a ton of stuff on the right-hand side.
Yeah, speaking of blue-yellow, Ook looking for one himself. He does get it, but it doesn't drop the way he wants to. Gets another one and is able to drop it there. But Ook, rather, has so... Yeah, Bluke, right? He's got so much red on his top line right now, and just not getting the pills to make it work out.
Now, Betty was waiting at the beginning for that blue yellow, and then with the combos she made with it when it finally came, she jumped into the lead and she has not looked back. Look at this. She's opened up a dozen virus lead over Ook just all of a sudden, basically starting with that combo. So this is amazing play from Betty. And this level block suits her style a little bit better than the RNG, the primarily RNG dependent levels earlier. So she's really getting these combos going, and this is when her fancy work can help her.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of fancy work, though, Ook just had an amazing offset fat log there towards the bottom of his board. Really nice play. He's visibly frustrated, though. The pills are not going his way, and he'd really like to
Nice
have this
key.
red horizontally.
Yeah, and Betty's plays are so straightforward. She just needs this one blue and she'll be out. And she is out at about a 746, which is a pretty great time from gold bracket standards. Sub 8 is what you're looking to do. So yeah, she is she's beat her PB. Her previous PB was 753. So
Wow. Betty
talk
proving
about
that those PB strats just
yeah, you cannot fight the PB strats for sure.
yeah, and just a shout out to Ook because he's played this block really well. This level 11 for him just did not go the way he wanted,
Mm-hmm.
and it allowed Betty to pull ahead and take the win. But Ook gonna see if we can pull this to a decider here.
All right, now Betty feeling some excitement. She's got the spirit of 89 Christmas trees in her house, and so she's ready to go.
Yes, but Betty does not have a towel with a Dr. Mario pin. Just saying.
Yes, yes. Ook's towel there, I believe, is a nod to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the most useful item in the world is a towel, I think. He can correct me on that later, but
Yeah, I have no clue, so I'm not going to say.
yeah. And so Betty is ready, Ook is ready.
We have our representatives of Team Chill and Team Fever from Ook and Betty, respectively. And our 3, 2, 1 pills.
Woo! Yeah, Ook, the originator of Team Chill, which I'm a strong member of the Team Chill team.
Team Fever.
Yeah, no. So great drop combo from Ook, vertical into horizontal. Betty's a little bit spired, and so she's going to have to take some drill clears. Those are the clears that are straight down, and there's definitely a misdrop there on columns 2 and 3. You see that blue yellow doesn't have the logical place. She's looking to make a horizontal out of it, but that's creating some more garbage. So she's going to have to be really mindful of that. Not sure if she's going to make these blues horizontally. But John, I mean, as strongly as Ook started, he's going to have some difficulty right now because look at all these yellows and reds.
Yeah, I was just noticing that myself, but a really nice was an L clear by Ook to bring some of that down. And he's been able to minimize his garbage a little bit more than I was initially thinking he was going to. This double red going to be really nice for him. Oh, I thought he was going to clear up the yellow in column 1. He instead elects to work on his column 2 instead. We're going to see how that works out for him as he is still maintaining a slight lead over Betty at this point.
Yeah, and I got to say, I mean, I think Betty is a player that obviously we've seen her skill. She's also, and she should get used to it in the future, but I don't really think she's used to winning. I think she gets a big adrenaline boost, and sometimes it makes her play a little bit more scattered after a win. And you see that happening here because, column 8 got a little bit messed up, and So she's having a little bit of trouble, but Ook just needs this one blue and he'll drop it down and he's out at a 159. But
Yep.
Betty's got to chop all of this down in column 2, and there's not a really clean way to do that.
Yeah, and what I think we're seeing here from Betty is a little bit of that game 1 that we saw with him or her, excuse me, versus D Dave. She's not near as buried as she was, which is going to be nice for her. And if she goes on that tear that she did in that first game 1, then Ook's going to have to watch out.
Right, exactly. So you can't ease up at all in this game, and not in the finals, not with these bragging rights on the line. If Betty wins this one, not only is she the most improved player of 2022, but she is the silver champion. That would be a great story. But Ook is really coming through this level 9 very cleanly. It looks great. He's getting the stuff that he needs, and nice combo in columns 1 and 2.
Yeah, this has been a really nice play level for Ook. Really nice tuck there to get the drop combo. Ook's down to just 9 viruses, now 7 viruses with that double clear of the yellows. You're going to see him set up here potentially for a drop combo into 2 horizontals, one with the red and then again with the yellow. He doesn't quite get it, but look at this. There it is.
Yeah, really nicely done. I mean, you can see how clean this finish is because you see there's no blue on Ook's board, no stray blue, which means that he was pretty efficient with everything he needed, but RNG slowing him down a little bit. He's out at a 345. Nice time.
Yeah, and Ook moving on into his penultimate level with level 10, while Betty down to 8 viruses. Looking like she's maybe going to set up some horizontal combos here. She does, but that little bit of red there in her column 5 has blocked her off from the way she wanted to do it. It looks like she may have some plans to clear that up. And there it is with that red yellow. It's going to be a start, but it looks like she's maybe abandoned the horizontal and just going to clear it all out vertically.
Yeah, and she did make nice use of that blue-yellow garbage there. Things are pretty clean, but she needs this one last red, and then she needs a couple reds to clear off. And yeah, vertical's the way to go. So, she got 1 vertical, 1 horizontal. She's out at a 434, but she's half a level behind Ook right now, who is just chopping this down very efficiently. He's got a little bit of a blue problem on the left-hand side, so he's got to hope that starts going.
Yeah, all of his blues, just as you were just saying, they're all on the left side, and it's a little bit buried right now. I'm interested to see what he's going to do with this double blue. Okay, he's going to clear off the blue in column 3 and then drop it down. There were a couple things he could have done. I don't think any way would have been the wrong way by any means. But, that's the game he's playing, and he's playing it well.
Right, and he's currently trying to set up for a horizontal with those blues, and he does have the opportunity to set up. If he's going to take those blues horizontally, he could have set up a lot of different pills on the top to clear out that red that's in column 1, but he's got it. This is nice work.
Yeah, Ook out with a 538 about, as Betty still working on this level 10, 16 viruses to go for Betty. But she's getting some really nice double pills to pull out some really nice quick clears, and it's just going to be, how is the pills going to keep dropping for her?
Yeah, she did have an opportunity a little while back to de-sandwich the blue in column 7. She didn't quite see it. De-sandwich is, you notice that the reds are separated by two spaces in column 7, and clearing out that blue horizontally would have allowed her the space to tuck in between those, and that's called a de-sandwich. But she missed that. But this is pretty, if she can get a little bit of blue going, a little bit, thank you. She'll clear out the end of this level.
Yeah, you're fixing to see her take a really nice drop combo there. Really nice play by Betty. Now she's just needing 3 reds. There's 1, there's 2, and gets a double red to knock it out at a 647. but she is 31 pills behind Ook right now, who is just tearing through this level 11. I'm wondering if he's going to go with the horizontal. He doesn't. It looks like that's still the play, though. I think he just wanted to get that one out of the way.
Right. It's interesting though, because he has this horizontal right below it. So he's actually going to go for probably a D sandwich himself, but it's kind of tough because that the blues are in the way of the blues, you know?
Yeah.
So, but he is definitely going to take this game.
Betty's board is a little bit split too. And it's never a thing you want to see in Dr. Mario. I know when I first started years ago, speeding the SNES version, I kept getting onto myself when I would get that split board. Oh, and a misdrop from Betty.
And this is it for Ook. He's clearing out, and it's about 8 minutes. I think he stopped his timer just a tiny bit short of finishing, maybe like a couple of frames, but he is doing exactly what we hoped he would do, which is bringing us to that finals decider. GG's.
Absolutely. And GG's to Betty too. You know, she's played a heck of a game. I do think you're a little bit right though, Savage. I think that adrenaline just got to her a little bit. And you know, I can't blame her. We've all done it. We all get excited. Yeah. And it's just one of those things. She may want to take a second in between this match to just breathe and regain her composure and see if she can become the second woman ever to win a speed tournament match.
Well, win a speed tournament. Plenty of us have won matches, my friend.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. For sure.
Yeah, win a tournament. First one to do it was Larva back in February, I think. So Betty would be joining absolutely good company. Oh, March. Okay, Larva correcting me. It was March.
All right, so Betty with her 93 Christmas trees filled with energy, cracking those knuckles. She's ready to go.
Betty saying, oh, Christmas tree, please give me some good RNG.
Nice.
All right, we have it ready from Ook. Team Triever, let's go, says Swan.
All right, now we just need that ready from Betty. And this thing is gonna be on.
And there it is.
All right.
I don't blame her for taking a breather there. I really don't.
And 3, 2, 1, pills.
I'm so excited. I can't.
I know.
Can't hide it.
The thing is, like, here in the commentary booth, we freaking love this game, and we talk about it in between the matches. We're so stoked. And here we go. So nice horizontal from Betty. She's able to clear that out so that those red yellows in column 7 and 8 are not garbage, but getting blue yellow is definitely not what she needs. And I didn't love the placement of that blue yellow there. And it's created some garbage in the center of the board.
Yeah, and Ook's having a little bit of an issue here. I really would have liked to have seen him wait one more pill and tuck the blue yellow in there and get a really nice clear without any garbage on his board. But he elects to do it one pill sooner, and it's fine the way it's going for him. But he has run into just a slight bit of an issue with the RNG.
For sure. And I mean, if this is Betty we're talking about, we could say it's pine. oh, sorry.
No, that was good. I like it.
It's pretty good. So Betty is just a little bit ahead, but she's also ahead on time. She started her timer after Ooks. Now she's looking for a giant horizontal here with this red, and it's pretty straightforward one. And she actually goes for it on the right, which I didn't notice. I was really hoping she would go sort of straight across this board, but things are coming down really cleanly for her, so she can actually use this blue-red. Oh, didn't use the blue-red to take the horizontal, but double red. That's where it's at.
Yeah, she was waiting for that cross, which I thought
Mhm.
I too thought she may have used the blue red to do a little bracket clear and drop it that way. But she had that patience and it worked out for her. She's out of her level 1 first, while Ook
Mhm.
is just struggling to get or level 1, level 8. But Ook just struggling to get out, and he's out at a 201.
Betty with a really nice combo there across the board with horizontals and verticals. She had to wait a little bit for some red. Now she's got scattered garbage around her board, and it could actually help depending on how the RNG goes, because then she's got use for different pills. Like that red yellow in columns 1 and 2 actually took things out pretty nicely.
Yeah, I'm looking at Ook's board right now, and
Mm.
man, he has just had a heck of a lot of chances for these doubles, but you see the way the pills are dropping, it's just not been working out for him so far. It's just a tough thing to see when you have a board that starts out that beautiful and then the pills just don't drop the way you want them to.
Yeah, and you can see him really thinking about how he can get this blue horizontal working, and I just don't think it's going to come. So he has to abandon it. You see him shaking his head a little bit. And this is really opening the door for Betty.
Yeah, and Ook is very inspired because of the way that the pills have fallen there in his columns 7 and 8. I don't know if he's going to have a way to clear any of this out horizontal. Well, I say that, but he didn't go for
Oh,
it.
he didn't go for the top one. That's interesting. That's tough. So Betty's got, it's a little bit confusing here on the bottom. She's clearing this out, and the the move here, she's doing it in the right order with what she has, which is taking the blue, taking the yellow, taking the red. And she's out at a 333. This is an excellent time.
Yeah, that was some great plays by Betty. I wasn't sure how she was going to get out of that, and she's like, "Nah, John, I got this. I got this."
Talking directly to you, of
Oh
course.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, she's probably saying Flindo if she's talking directly to me, because that's how she
Mhm.
refers to me. But anyway, back to the match. Here we go. Ook finally getting out of his level 9 at a 412 is very frustrated, and understandably so. But he's got
Mhm.
a really interesting level 10 here, Savage.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of doubles here. He could chop this down pretty quickly. And, she is ahead a little bit on time, but her opener has not been fantastic, not really through any fault of her own. But yeah, so she's spired in 2 columns. They're both blue, so it's going to take her a little bit of time to bring this down.
And Ook having a little bit of a blue issue himself. Most of his top line right now is all blue pills, and Mario has decided that Ook needs a red surge right now. Not what Ook
Fun.
wanted to see.
Yeah. Now, I would really like for him to focus on that right-hand side if he's gonna use those blues, just because you usually want to have as even as the top line as possible to avoid drop time. But yeah, actually, really nice combo there from Ook to take care of this garbage. He's not looking happy, but he is being efficient.
Yeah, and he's brought his lead down or his deficit down to about 13. I forget what it was when he came into this level, but it was higher than that. So great job to Ook for bringing this back so far. But
Hmm.
Betty with that big combo has brought it down to just needing one more blue, and she's going to be out at a 538 with an eight virus lead on OoktheLibrarian right now. Betty looking to seal this one away.
Yeah, and to quote some other sports ball terminology, she's got to hold that serve. She's just got to sort of keep going at this nice measured pace, and she's just got to stay clean. And And so we'll see if she can do that. Now the top of her board is a little bit stressful because of all that blue on the top, but she's done smart moves, which are sort of
Look at this clear from Ook right now.
yeah.
The drop into the fat log.
Timber.
Very complicated setup too, and very nicely played by Ook.
Yeah, but Betty is 25 viruses ahead of Ook at the moment, and so she's just gotta play her game and hope that the RNG cooperates so that she's not getting too much yellow, because these 2 yellows are just buried in the corner, so she's just gotta use anything yellow more strategically. I because of how much blue's on the board, it stresses me out a little bit that she used those blue yellows in columns 2 and 3, but hopefully she won't get punished for that.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing to see, because right now Ook has just been really blessed by the RNG. It's starting to slow him down a little bit, but yeah, if it keeps going the way this is going, it's going to be a lot closer match than I expected.
Yeah, he is narrowing this down a little bit, but so this red-blue clutch for Betty. Notice she's got a great horizontal opportunity for these yellows at the bottom, and so she can take her time with that. And she's very close.
He likes to take the horizontal there.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with that. She has one more blue, and she is going to be our November, our 2022 silver bracket winner. Great job to Betty B. Also a great job to Ook the Librarian. And she is just so excited right now.
Yes,
You know,
this is fantastic. It's a great end to this year's story for Betty, being the most improved player and winning a bracket. You see, she is overcome with emotion, and I'm wondering, do you think, Miss Elizabeth B, would it be possible to get you in the booth for a quick interview? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if she heard that. Yes, a well-deserved win, and GG's to Ook the Librarian.
absolutely. And this is the exact match that I was expecting to have as far as drama and the back and forth. It was such a great match.
Aw, and Swang saying it's my turn to cry for the winner.
Oh my gosh!
Yay, Betty! Congratulations!
Thank you so much. Oh my god! Like, I could not have imagined a better final with you, Ook. I know you're out there and listening. Hopefully, good game. Oh my gosh, I did it!
Yes, you put it together. You were able to keep a cool head through that last game. Very, very impressive.
Thank you very much. I've been doing a lot of practicing and none of them turned out well, so I was not expecting this end result, but here I am. So
Well, you improved your PB for this level block several times over. You brought that average down, and you are this year's champion. What a fantastic journey.
looking forward to being in gold next year, so let's go.
Let's go.
We're looking forward to seeing you there, Betty.
But thank you guys so much. I want to just say, since I have the kind of microphone here, you guys
Yeah.
in commentary giving us all the love and support, each round. Just thank you to all of you. It means the world to listen back and hear, what you guys say and give us tips and tell us what we did kind of silly. It really does help us learn. So thanks.
Well, you're welcome. And that's a great note to end on. An amazing story from Betty this year, going to most improved player to winner of our year-end championship. And we know Ook the Librarian's going to come out swinging later. John, do you have any parting words?
Don't let the RNG get you down. That's all I got. But it's been a great year. Thank you, everybody, on behalf of everybody at DrMC. for hanging out with us and sticking with us throughout the year. You know, last week with the gold bracket and then this week with the silver bracket.